As we hit the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, what's the focus for teams outside of the playoff picture?
You know, B.A., I think it's about staying competitive and building a foundation for next season. As a team, you need to use the time you have to consistently improve.
Now here's Giddey. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. Outside Porzingis. He drops it from range.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Cleveland working the ball around now. Outside Tatum. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 5. Blocked! It's Giddey on the wing. Now here's Cole, hounded by Tatum, and the basket is good.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Back over to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. There's the triple. And the Pistons, another 3.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Outside McDaniels. Down low, Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
What you love is a big man who understands the timing of a roll. Set the screen, get to the open spot. That is beautiful basketball.
Now here's Giddey. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Bold, a screen on McDaniels. From deep, Giddey. Tatum pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Young. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And stolen by Porzingis. Left side Bull. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
And when we take a look at the box score from that game, one of the first things that you'll notice is the number of turnovers they were able to force.
Yeah, I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
Got a piece of it.
My goodness, Josh Giddey using every bit of that frame to send that one back.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Well, you'd rather not put these guys on the line. The top free throw shooting teams in the last month. The 4th spot held by Detroit.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Pass to Giddey. Puts up a 3. Tatum pulls it in. Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's McDaniels. Takes a 3. And once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Antetokounmpo against Sabonis. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta. He's got 6.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
And the Pistons with possession here. After Cleveland's three-pointer on the other end. And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Bull. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game.
Timeout.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Knocked away. Young, the pass to Sabonis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. He's perfect from the line this time.
This is a guy who'll happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Pass to Bull. Lets the 3 fly. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Young. Now Tatum. Pulls up. Cleveland again missing.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Pass to Giddey from deep. And Detroit another 3.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Young. Fires for 3. Drops in the 3. Young's got 6.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
There's a screen by Bull. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And so it's Detroit with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Jaden McDaniels out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Murray. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Murray scanning the floor. Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter. Well, Doris, one of the highest compliments you'll hear about ball handlers is saying you can't speed them up.
That's exactly right, B.A., because pressure against the best players doesn't bother them. In fact, the greatest players want more than one defender because then they know that puts their team at an advantage if they can make great decisions.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, the son of Hall of Fame big man Arvydas Sabonis, Domantas said he was a 7-footer that could do everything, like a point guard. He's at a whole different level. I'm just another basketball player. He is a legend. But his father said, Domantas is a warrior like me, and I'm very proud. Back to you.
Great stuff. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Steps back. 6 on the shot clock. That three's off the mark.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. McDaniels got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Porzingis. Shoots over Tatum. No good off the glass.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Inside.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Talk about efficiency. These are the guys that come to mind. Here are the league's best shooters so far. And you look at Bol, he is consistent. 4th highest shooting percentage in the NBA.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
Sabonis, the pass to McDaniels. It's tipped and stolen by Porzingis. Outside Giddey. Detroit moving the ball around. Back to Porzingis. From behind the arc. Oh, the deep ball from Porzingis.
Boy, don't let Porzingis get cooking from three-point territory. He is a sweet shooting big man.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Outside Bol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. It's stolen away. Drives to the hoop. Sabonis, the pass to Tatum. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. On defense, Cleveland. They trail by 9. Pass to Levine. Oh, the long-range prowess of Levine.
Now shooting the 3-ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Antetokounmpo against Tatum. There's Young with the 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Young's got 9 points.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Porzingis.
2 minutes.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Very tough to affect the shot of Porzingis without leaving your feet. And KP, because of that, has the ability to keep them off balance.
2.
And the first one at the line is good.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Outside McDaniels. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Giannis with the rebound. Detroit has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. Outside Levine. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Young. 1:10 left to play in the half. Off target from 3-point range. Detroit leading by 11. To the left wing. Antetokounmpo against Tatum. Shot from the low block. Out to the right wing. Pass to Porzingis. Drains the triple. Porzingis has got 14 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
.32 seconds left in the second period. Young with the bucket.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And Levine has got the ball here for Detroit. They've led by as many as 14. Three-pointer. No luck on that one. Floats one up. Murray doing tough work inside.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Outside for Levine. Kristaps Porzingis getting it done for Detroit. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. More 2K action in just a moment.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They want to lean on that perimeter game. I get that. But being one-dimensional, guys, look, it just makes it too easy to guard you.
Yeah, maybe they could redirect some of their attack, be more active in the lane. And next up, let's check out the players of the month. These guys have been red hot. What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
He's been a force over the stretch, getting to his spots, capitalizing, relentless approach.
No one's been able to stop him. No one's really come close. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
The Cavaliers trail by 9, setting the floor for the Pistons. To the inside, Sabonis. Cleveland working the ball around now. Picked by Sabonis with the drive. And he banks in the layup. Sabonis has got his second basket on the night.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
KBA, the Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved, the team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys, back to you.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. From deep, Giddey buries it from 3. Giddey's got 6.
You have to be excited about Josh Giddey. This guy knows when to shoot off the catch.
Outside Young. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Tatum. Launches a 3. Oh, Tatum with the long distance answer.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. As we approach the postseason, let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at Cleveland. They've been grinding out enough wins to place 4th in the conference right now. And of course, there's the Pistons, only 2 spots back.
Well, I think for the Cavaliers, they haven't been as dominant as we've come to expect from them. Do you think there's still going to be major players in the playoffs?
Pass to Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
You get the sense his teammates recognize Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm. Let's keep feeding him.
And a deep 3 from Young. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Over to the left wing. And Porzingis launches it from deep. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Young. Outside McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock for 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Back to Antetokounmpo. The 3. Man, that one's good. Giddey's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, the strength is not the 3 ball, but boy, the confidence to let it fly when you see a good opportunity. Go ahead, Josh Giddey.
Picked by Sabonis. Inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. checked in for McDaniels. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for Young. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Sabonis. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Let's see the stat sheet here for Josh Giddey.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Detroit leading by 10. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And we show you the best defenses in the NBA since the break. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Sabonis outside. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Bull. And he lays it up and in. Bull's got 9.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
Outside Joe. Pass to Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Tatum. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Bull's got 4 rebounds now. 1:19 left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo outside. He shoots it. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Murray. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
The Pistons lead by 9. And finished off by Bull.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
Pass to Murray. And here's Sabonis. Tatum looking it over. Picked by Sabonis to the middle. And Sabonis slams it in.
Domantas Sabonis has filled out his frame, and if you need some physicality around the rim, this guy is willing to do it.
.16 seconds left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray. Misses the 3. Launches it from deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Domantas Sabonis out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Trae Young. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Young following the 3-pointer by Detroit. The 3 ball. Look at Young making it look easy.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
The three is up. And Young pulls it down. Cavaliers trail by 9. Back to Tatum. From downtown. And Cleveland another three.
Now, Jason Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
Giddey passes to Bowl. Outside Giddey. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Giddey's got 9 points here in the second half.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Allie, thank you. Stolen by Giddey. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Whoa!
Well, this is where he flourishes. Out in the open floor, Josh Giddey terrific at getting to the right spots.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Detroit. They've led by as many as 14. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Pass to Giddey. Shot clock at 5. That shot wide open. And the Pistons lead by 14.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Tatum. Over Porzingis. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Sinks it from distance.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Tatum. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Basket's good. Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Now here's Tatum. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Here's Bull. Knocks down the triple.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Take a second to present our player of the game, Josh Giddey.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. The three. And Detroit another three. And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And man, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Jamal Murray is checked in for Trae Young. And you think about the Defensive Player of the Year award. It tends to go to big men. Any thought of dividing the award into two? Maybe one for perimeter players and the other for big men?
Absolutely not, Brian. What we need to do is consider that the single most important thing it is for your defense nightly is guarding the best point guards or wings in the league. And the voters have got to understand it can't only be about big men.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pistons.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
And this is how they wanted to finish off this season series, with a win and evening it up at 2 games apiece.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Josh Giddey.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Now here's Bowl. Pass to Giddey. Detroit moving the ball around. This one for three. And Detroit another three.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Sabonis right side. Now Murray. Outside Tatum. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. So we see the Pistons taking the W here.
The end of the game.
Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Giannis, when your group is sharing the ball like this, how dangerous can this team be?
We can be really dangerous. You know, everybody can make shots. Everybody on the floor, they're basketball players. And the most part, we're having fun.
Winning's a lot easier when the shots are going in, that's for sure. Thanks so much.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Josh Giddey.